But I want to get on to this meditation that I have in mind for us doing. Pure meditation aids one to reach into the inner recesses of the heart, while concentration is principally concerned with mind, whereas meditation, while not entirely unconcerned with mind, centers the soul where it belongs, in the heart. So if there's any form of concentration to be used in meditation, it consists in first getting into the rhythm of the heart. Even though it be done by watching the heartbeats, feeling them and harmonizing with them, then one centers all feeling in the physical heart, and out of feeling selects love, and out of love, divine love. That's very simple. And I'm giving a form of this as the practice that I want us to do over this next month. But moving on. Sufism is not a code of rules. The purpose of Sufism is to bring souls to God realization. Allah is beyond all attributes and qualities, being all essence. Understanding this, every breath can become a meditation wherein one puts full dependence upon Allah, and there will be no moment which will not be a meditation, no moment of separateness from God. If you understand this, after some time. If you get it, that God is beyond. So here's where we're going. How do you get to that place that is beyond all attributes and qualities, and love it, and make a loving connection with it, so that it becomes a part of what you're reaching out to in your breath toward the one, because that is that plane which is undifferentiated oneness. So how do you do that? It's hard to fall in love with the formless absolute, with the impersonal God. But Murshid I'm moving towards somewhere where Murshid gives us a perfect way of doing it. And I think it's so beautiful and so simple and so at home that people can get it. And if we can get this from the beginning, that when we're trying to connect with the source, we want to connect not just with our teachers, not just with the illuminated souls, not just with the divine perfections and qualities, but with that essence which is beyond all that, in which all of that lives as the reality hidden within, and is the ahad and the samad, and so that's that one, and that toward the one that we want to get. But it is, how do you get it? It is not necessary to consciously strive to alter the breath rhythms, but the steady repetition of those spiritual exercises which have been given to one by the teacher helps more than anything else on the path to God. And one of the reasons is you didn't prescribe it yourself. You were willing to accept it as coming from God in some way, so that you didn't have the same kind of ambivalence about it, so that you were able to just take it in, you know. I mean, if God came here and offered me a practice and said, do this, say, I don't understand. He says, just if you just do it, I'll help you in some way to become what you could be, or what you would want to be, what you can truly be. I mean, that's that sense. Okay, if God is the greatest of all placebos. If we can believe in God and then feel that God is present, then we can, you know, it's like if you imagine infinity, doesn't infinity exist? I think so. So even at that level, what we can let in And we let it in because we received it from a teacher that we trusted. And so we take it in, and it works in a way that's very deep, and it has an effect. Yet there is always need to enter into the silence above sound and find the peace which is all-inclusive. There's always need to enter into the silence above sound and to find the peace which is all-inclusive. As a person enters the silence, so does the silence enter into him or her. As one unites with the universe, so does the universe manifest in them. This is true, no matter be what one's path or training. Ultimately, one arrives at this destination, but this is the silence of all life. In other words, all life is present in this silence, which without containing anything, this silence, may be said to contain all things. Therefore, one is said to enter the world egg or world womb. This accounts for the teaching of the mother of the world, the divine mother, the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara or Kuan Yin. It represents the stage of realization of union with the silence. And as all may so unite, all are said to have a common mother. The silence of the womb and the silence of universal sound are each used to symbolize the other. It represents a stage of realization of union with the silence, and as all may so unite, all are said to have a common mother. Think about this. As the silence, the world womb, the world mother, the world egg, this silence, this absolute state embraces everyone, is the mother of everything and everyone. You feel a relation to it, a trust in its generosity of heart, its embrace, its holding, that you feel in the Divine Mother, in God's essence. But thinking of it in this way allows us to really cultivate more of a loving connection with it without having to get through our image of the Father that we have imposed on it. This silence is a mother. It's a womb. It's an egg. We all came out of it. We want to do a meditation with that in mind and connecting our hearts with it as we breathe. I'm just going to read the rest of this. This means that the true life is in God, the only being, and through God realization each one finds their true self. Initiation is the beginning and perfection is the end, the making complete. But where is the beginning and where is the end? They are both in silence, in God. In the silence we were born, and to it we return. Therefore, the perfection of meditation is meditation. It is the perfected souls who continue ever in meditation, being absorbed in meditation, creating from their meditation, and living in that meditation. The spiritual life is the drawing of sustenance through the breath from God. The spiritual life is the drawing of sustenance through the breath from God. It is a life of praise, yet of sobriety and balance. It is a life of fullness and emptiness both, being empty of self and filled with God. This is the true purpose of initiation and spiritual training from the moment the murid takes bayat until the eternity of eternity's time without